Hello, Chiefs. This is Big Man 1984 of the Causal Nexus Alliance. I'm here doing a tutorial on Whiteout Survival. This is, I've loaded my game into BlueStacks on my PC to show a few things to the team here. I wanted to share some strategies and management tips for the Alliance leaders as we promote players to assist with alliance management. We need to make sure that the whole team is on the same page, and we need to ensure we're using alliance resources and expanding our territory in the most efficient way possible. So first, I want to get into the map view, talk through a couple of details, and then we'll dive into some of our current and recent alliance strategies and maybe some things that we can use into the future. And I clicked on the wrong button, so we'll flip back to the world view. All right, so on this screen, let me try to get this to zoom out a little bit. So the first thing I'm going to show you is what I call the icon view. So if you zoom out slowly, there is a point at which it will show you the resource icons. So these are monster icons, or I think they're called monsters. But then you have the resource icons. So this is wood, this is food, or I call it meat, and then this is coal up here, and this is iron. The gray is kind of the iron. So one thing you'll notice is there's different types of resources. These ones with numbers, that's the level of that particular resource. The higher the level, the more the resources that particular location holds. And then there's also these ones, resource locations that have like a blue banner on them. Those are alliance resources, meaning if I build a banner that shows our territory and it encompasses that alliance resource, then our alliance now gains resources from that item. So you'll notice as I scroll around here, here's another alliance resource. Here is another one of wood. And then we scroll down, here's another wood and another meat. So we just need to be cognizant of the way that we build as we expand so that we can grab as many of those alliance resources as possible. So make sure you look out in front of wherever you're expanding and kind of plan, okay, if I build these next couple of banners in this way, then I can get the most bang for my buck as I build those banners and hit those other alliance resources. One thing I want to point out is when you're expanding your territories here, only the corner of the territory has to touch. It does have to be continuous, but if the corner touches, you're fine. The other thing I wanted to point out is when you're trying to build on one of these alliance resources, it must be all the way inside the square. It can't be halfway inside this banner square here. It has to be all the way inside the banner square to count. Okay, so those are just a couple of keys there. We'll dive into real quick, how do we see what our alliance resources are? So if you either on the map view or the other view, go down here to the bottom of your screen and click on the Alliance tab, and then click the Territory button. At the top, you'll see your Alliance resources and your income per hour for each of those resources. Just wanted to bring that up. It might be something that you want to check out later, and I couldn't find where it was, and I finally did, so I wanted to share that with you. And it does show the per hour income that we're receiving there. And right now, to build each of the banners, it costs food or meat and wood. So those are kind of the two most important for us to focus on right now. We do have a couple of coal spots. And I haven't seen any Alliance iron spots yet, but I assume as we level up, those will pop up on the map. Okay, so building banners efficiently, as I said, each banner has to connect. Note that only the corner has to connect, as I showed you a minute ago up here. Only the corner has to connect. To obtain the resource, it must be fully inside the banner boundary. Also, be cognizant of where you want to build the banners so that, so that's what I was explaining earlier. Make sure that you kind of think ahead and say, okay, if I'm going to build toward this wood one here, I could build straight up. But then if you look over here, there's a meat one here. So maybe if I build over to the corner of that one, then the next one I can build over here and grab that meat one. So it's just a matter of kind of planning ahead there, making sure that we're getting the most bang for our buck as we're building our banner and expanding our territory. Okay, so real quick, I want to cover some like overarching strategy. We moved our headquarters here to the middle to get closer to these points of interest here. We were down here at the bottom edge of the map, and we figured if we got in the middle, we could expand each way, even to this way over here, and get closer to what's called a fortress. These are called facilities, these smaller squares. And this one, this facility down to the right, bottom right here, is resource gathering. This one to the top left is research, increases research speed by 5%. And then this one down here is weapons, I think, and some of these other ones do different things. But we got here in the middle because we were going to expand in all directions. That's why I have the sun marker here. I was thinking, okay, we'll expand up that way and then kind of go diagonally to each of these other two to use our banners efficiently. But unfortunately, we're unable to do that, and let me show you why. So as I zoom in here, you'll see that we can see the border, the territory of these other alliances here have wrapped all the way around this particular facility. And the same with this facility. So whoever this clan is decided they were going to wrap all the way around this one. What that prevents is in order to capture a facility, your border has to touch it. So our territory touches this one, so we were able to capture this one, and also our territory touches this one up here, which is a research one. So we may eventually want to wrap all the way around these two to prevent others from trying to touch them. If they build up to them, then they can compete for those resources when it comes time to compete. Now that doesn't prevent them from attacking our banner. So I think you can attack a banner of another person's alliance and try to clear it, so then you could build your banner there and be able to compete for that resource. But I do want to mention, when we're attacking others, we don't want to we want to be careful there. So let me go back and finish up on the fortress. So right now, I think that these two fortresses are probably going to be the only two that we're able to go for right now, because the other ones in our area, other than this weapons one, have already been contested. And I think we're kind of late to the game in expanding to those other areas. But that is what it is. We're able to get to, so that's great. And I found out that you don't have to be touching the fortress edge in order to compete for the fortress. It's only the facilities that we have to worry about that. So I did want to touch on attacking others and maybe what I would call causing an alliance war. So it's okay to attack others, but what I would suggest is before attacking them, you want to check and see if they're in an active alliance. So if I click on this guy, I can click on his picture right here into the thing and then click View Alliance down here, and it will let me see his alliance. So this Roy's Den guy, he's in an alliance of one person. So we know that alliance, you can attack that guy all you want, it's not going to cause an alliance war. You can go look at the alliance that they're a member of and then go find that alliance on the map and just see if they're an active alliance, how powerful they are. What we don't want to do is cause a super powerful alliance within our area to come wipe out everybody and attack everybody in our area, in our alliance, as a retaliation of us hitting one of them. So just be aware of that. Try not to cause any alliance wars. And I believe that is it for today. So this is Chief Big Man. Let's keep working on what we're doing. And all you other chiefs out there, keep growing. We'll see you next time. And